And now there's nobody left to buy anything. So nobody can sell anything. So the price will just catastrophically fall. So obviously it tends to fall before that. But so positive feedback for any system can't go on forever. Like even my feedback with the microphone, the speaker can only produce so much sound. There's some point where it just can't get any louder. It's already at its loudest. So the same would be true of the stock market. It goes up. But while it's in the process of going up with that psychological factor, the more it goes up, the more people want to put money in, so the more it goes up. That would be an example of positive feedback. Any other examples of positive feedback? I've got one. I was going to share it, no matter what you guys said. Okay? Only because it's a, I think, important way to think about technology. We're all in engineering and technology. The growth of technology is a positive feedback system, or at least has been, in that the better technology becomes, the cheaper, let's look at, say, electrical, we're in circuit class. The better circuits people can build, the cheaper it is to buy a computer. So therefore, the easier it is to design more circuits that are better. So therefore, the better computers we make. So therefore, the easier it is to design more circuits. So therefore, the better circuits we make. And technology, just the more technology you have, the easier it is to make more technology. Imagine somebody taking away all of our technology right now. We may have all the same amount of knowledge. Take away all the computers in the world and say, go build a computer. We're really in big trouble. But we rely very, very heavily on computers to build computers. So a clean room, a fabrication plant, it's all very precisely controlled in ways that humans would have a very hard time doing it. So the progress of technology has been a positive feedback system. The more technology we have, the easier it is to develop more technology. So how about now negative feedback? A negative feedback situation is where if you have more of something, having more of it tends to cause you to have less. Okay? So some of these examples could be, at least if you run the positive feedback until the end of the argument, you eventually sometimes get to a negative feedback situation. Let me go back to my rabbit example. So in the case where I have rabbits in a big field, I have positive feedback. Eventually I'll have so many rabbits that I'll attract a bunch of owls or something. And the owls will then start multiplying. So if I have too many rabbits, I'll then actually end up having less rabbits because I'll have so many rabbits that I'll attract predators. The predators will then eat the rabbits. So if I just didn't have too many, I'd be okay. But now once I get too many, I've got a problem. So by having more rabbits, you eventually encounter a negative feedback. But what we mean by negative is not bad. It's not good or bad. It just means that more tends to cause me to get less. The way your body regulates, say, your glucose level, blood sugar, what happens is if you eat something and you tend to have more sugar in your blood, that causes different chemical changes. Those chemical changes cause your body to absorb some of that sugar. So if you get more sugar in your blood, a chemical change or some hormone or something causes your body to try to absorb sugar. And likewise, if your sugar gets to be too low, your body releases sugar. So a negative feedback loop or something is when if I have too much of something, if something's increasing, then the feedback causes it to be less. And if something's decreasing, the feedback causes it to be more. Negative feedback situations will usually lead to some kind of equilibrium point. In fact, your body wants to maintain a roughly steady blood sugar level. So it has a negative feedback system in place to try to make it so if your sugar level gets too high, it gets cut back. If it gets too low, it gets built back up. So we have both situations in life, and in circuits we'll have both situations. Can someone think of another everyday example, maybe of negative feedback? Fred?
Like, if I drink coffee each morning, eventually I'll get a tolerance, and it won't affect me as much.
Okay. So then you would drink more coffee or less coffee?
I drink more coffee.
Okay. so suppose, so I like the example. Suppose, and I'll exaggerate it. Okay, I drink a cup of coffee, and if I drink coffee, that makes me more tolerant to the caffeine. So now I drink more coffee. And the more coffee I drink, that makes me even more tolerant to the caffeine. So now I drink even more coffee. And in my exaggerated world, I'm now drinking 6 cups of coffee per minute. Spend my day in the bathroom pretty much. Would that be an example of negative feedback or positive feedback? If the more coffee I drink, the more immune I become. So therefore, the more coffee I drink, the more immune I become. So I drink even more coffee.
There's both. Financially, it's negative.
Certainly, there's.
You would die.
Well, if I looked at only the coffee part of it and the tolerance, then I think it would be a positive feedback. If I look at where that would eventually lead, which might mean I do that so much, I'm now broke. And as soon as I go broke, I drink less coffee because I can't buy coffee.
Get the money back.
So then once I run out of money, that causes a negative feedback. So because if I drink too much coffee, I run out of money, and now I have to drink less coffee. So that example I had a little bit of both. At the beginning, it was positive feedback, and then at the end, the gruesome end there, it was negative feedback. Okay. So let's come back to the circuit, because I want to just do 5 or 10 minutes here, because I would like to give you a quiz today.